Hey guys, and welcome to another brand new video. In this video, we also have some more big news coming out over here from the PlayStation 5, where it now has apparently overtaken pretty much every single console, and has done phenomenally in regards to stock, restock numbers, and a lot of really good things too as well. Now, as you guys may or may not have been seeing, a lot of the restocking news going on for almost all these locations, such as even America, UK, and other locations, have been kind of flying off the wall. We've been seeing some really good stock numbers, we've been seeing some really good restocks, and at the end of the day, it's just been going pretty good. I feel like it's I don't want to say it's super duper easy right now to still get a console, but I think most people, if they really truly try, can probably go get their consoles relatively easy at the end of the day. So we have a lot of good news to go and discuss, a lot of good news to go talk about, and as well some pretty big groundbreaking news that kind of seems like the PlayStation 5 is taking the world still, even with all the controversy throughout this past week, all the weird issues and statements from Jim Ryan to the absolute next level. So I got a lot of stuff to talk about throughout this one, and definitely give your feedback and thoughts down below. And as well, if any of you guys are brand new, make sure you guys are subscribed with the notifications on, as well for the brand new PlayStation 5 giveaway. We have the Amazon link still down below, the Target links too as well, and the Twitter and Twitch stream if you guys would like to follow. I'd love if you guys did. And let's go discuss some numbers, some big cool news, and as well, give some claps over here for Sony themselves. So, as you guys may have seen, we saw some pretty good numbers and some pretty cool stuff going out from the PlayStation a few days ago. But with this, we actually now have even more official numbers that the PlayStation 5 has overtaken the Nintendo Switch to now, at this point, become the 2022's best-selling console, at least, quotation so far. I never know about those secret Pokemon Switches that are coming out soon, if you guys missed that announcement, or as well as Splatoon ones too as well. But as of right this second, the PS5 is the overarching console. But as well, they've also had a huge, massive stock amount increase too, which definitely pertains to it. And as of right now, apparently the new Saints Row sold best on Xbox platforms in the UK, so we can go and see. I actually still have not had a chance to check that out, and I wouldn't mind doing that for a day or two. It was another strong month for the PS5 in the UK, and this is a big thing to note. With stock levels up 56% in August with July compared to the GfK data. Number one, that's huge. We have been seeing PlayStations everywhere. You can literally walk into Walmart stores. In some places have had stock. We've had places up on PlayStation Directs, Amazon's, Targets, or whatever, and they still have had stock. Everything has been kind of going swimmingly, and it does seem like this kind of huge push for stock literally everywhere has also been in other regions too. And I'm kind of surprised it hasn't even happened right more around the holidays, but at least we're kind of getting that good push right now, and then maybe this will be the first holiday season that most folks can go and get their consoles. So as a result, Sony's machine is currently the UK's best-selling console of the entire year, at least so far. The platform moves ahead of the Nintendo Switch. Nintendo's hybrid console also enjoyed, though, a sales increase of 4%. And a lot of this came into as of last month. We saw a lot of locations not having enough stock. We saw a lot of locations as well, basically just not selling enough, having a very low ratio, and just basically there's a bit of a doom and gloom. But now with all the August numbers coming out, it does seem like there's been a huge bounce back, and for someone who has been tracking the restocks, I could probably attest that there has been restocks pretty much everywhere with pretty large amounts. So the Xbox Series S and X sales remained steady last month, but was still in third place overall. In total, nearly 125,000 consoles were sold in the UK during August, and this is, as I mentioned before, compared to the almost kind of really big doom and gloom of big 20% increase over the month before. However, just under 880,000 consoles have been sold this year, which is a drop of nearly 36% though, compared to the first 8 months of 2021. Now, I do want to remind you guys this is granted in the UK, although there is some correlation between the UK and America too as well when it does come with stock. So in terms of software, digital and physical data from the GSD, 1.67 million games were sold in the UK last month, which, funny enough, although the hardware sales went up, we saw a lot more hardware sales, hardware in terms of games actually has gone down. You'd almost want to think it'd be the opposite because more people are buying their consoles, so you would assume a lot more folks out there would be hey, let's go and buy some new games for my brand new console. Although we did have a somewhat drier like August in terms of new releases. So they did also have this where the best-selling game of the month was Saints Row, which I had a lot of people say that game was not good. I still have not touched it myself, but a lot of folks are like, well, not my cup of tea. So the title from Deep Silver was the best-selling digital game by a large margin, but the number 2 in terms of physical retail, and this game has still been surprising me. This is actually just Lego Star Wars The Skywalker Saga. And I played this game quite a bit ago, and it was like not a bad game. Like it was pretty well made, good story. There was like long-ish too as well, so there was content there. But that's the one thing why I'm so surprised that it's still so relevant. Maybe it's just people get their consoles. Maybe they want to get a game for their kid. Maybe they see the Star Wars logo and they're like, well, sure, why not? Sounds fun. I'm not really sure, but it does kind of seem like that has been doing pretty good. So as well, despite having the inferior install base, the open world reboot for Saints Row, I believe, sold 21% more copies on the Xbox platform. Which once again, though, that is kind of surprising because you would think a lot of Xbox and PC would have overlap, and Saints Row I've definitely seen. I mean, we've seen them on consoles a lot, but I do know that's been a pretty popular PC game. As well, though, it is surprising to see that PlayStation players are basically like, nah, we're good. But I'll be very curious to see how these months' numbers go, because we actually have had a few more game releases, and I believe we will have even more game releases throughout the end of this month. So outside of Saints Row, the next biggest new game on PC release was obviously Spider-Man Remastered, which has been Sony's fastest selling PC game so far. Snapping at its heels at number 8 is 2 Point Campus from Saga, which I actually have played both those games. Spider-Man, if you guys are subscribed to my channel, we're kind of like a PS5 focused channel still. Bros, go play Spider-Man. It's really good. We've seen it on sale, or pick it up on PC if you guys haven't. Very worth it. And as well, 2 Point Campus. I'll be honest, I thought it was actually a pretty cool, fun game. I've been liking that. Although they do want to say this data and chart does not include sales of game bundles with consoles, such as Horizon Forbidden West console bundle, which is kind of true. That is a little bit of a Sony cheat sheet. So over in accessories, 500,000 add-on products were sold last month of the JFK data, which is a slight drop of 0.7% and down 14.5% over August last year. But I mean, that makes sense. You have the initial big sale base. It goes down because people get their accessories, whatever. So PlayStation's DualSense controllers continue to do well, with the white and black versions holding the number 1 and number 2 positions once again. New at number 3, though, is the robot white Xbox controller and the carbon black version that also jumped as well, because both of them have been suffering from supply issues. Although, you guys may have seen that Xbox actually has made a brand new controller too as well, which has been also kind of nifty and fun to go and see. So a new like Elite controller. We're still going to have to go and see how good the new PlayStation controllers go though, whenever they do officially come out. So in case you guys are curious on the top 20 video games of August, Saints Row, which would kind of make sense. That was only like the only normal-ish, I would say, AAA game that came out, you know, besides like the Spider-Man, but that's technically a remaster. So I guess that makes sense, even if a lot of the reviews and comments were kind of more on the rougher side. Obviously, you're gonna be having folks being like, okay, the game's not too bad. Oh, okay, the game, like, you know, it's new. We've heard of Saints Row before. It makes sense. GTA is just always perpetually there. Like, it's just no matter what. FIFA 22 over there. And we have Lego Star Wars still, which, like I said, I'm surprised that game is still having so much heat. We have Nintendo Switch Sports. We have F1 22, Spider-Man Remastered, 2 Point Campus, and then Grand Theft Auto Online, Far Cry 6, which I'm also surprised on that one, Mortal Kombat, Minecraft, Switch Edition on Nintendo, Red Dead Redemption, The Sims 4, Horizon Forbidden West, Gran Turismo 7, Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, which I'm actually kind of surprised because that does seem like that's actually gone down a lot, and for some odd reason, Dishonored. I'm not sure if there was like a sale or we missed something. Dishonored, which is a good game, like that's generally a good game, don't get me wrong, but there's also a second one, and there's also Deathloop and a few other games. I'm not sure why that's on 19. That is like the random weird one. And then Elden Ring right over there. Like, I'm surprised more so that Elden Ring, which is a newer release and still getting good promotion, is doing better than Dishonored. So basically, as you guys can see, it does look like it's good news for PlayStation. It does seem like the stock, especially this one code over here, stating on how it went 56% up in August. Those are some huge numbers, especially when you have the information and numbers to go back them to as well. I love seeing this. I love seeing the information, and I like seeing more restocks showing up. But as well, I also do like the fact that still, gaming as a whole is doing well, although we're on kind of ups and downs and mountains and pivots. At least at the end of the day, we have been still seeing some good sales. I'm happy with that. So give me your thoughts in comments down below. Have you guys picked up a console this year so far? Let me know, as well as make sure you guys are subscribed with the notifications on, as well for the brand new PlayStation 5 giveaway. Amazon links down below for the PS5, Target links, all that good stuff. And like I said, appreciate you guys all so much for watching in the first place.